Friday. The weather is crappy. It is raining here in Northeast Ohio, but Jason and Kevin from the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast are here, and we are live and worldwide on YouTube. If you ever want to watch us live, you can go to youtube.com, search Gimmick Minute. You can also listen to the audio version on your favorite podcast app of choice, like Spotify, Apple. The video version is posted on Spotify too. But we are here for the second week in a row on a Friday afternoon, and we want to talk about some pro wrestling. So before we get started, the first thing off the rip, I want to, I guess, issue an apology, a retraction of sorts. Last week, I had mentioned that among the releases that we forgot to talk about the week prior, which nobody really heard that episode anyway, was Shinsuke Nakamura. And that apparently is not true because he cut a vignette promo last week on SmackDown, and he is in a triple threat match as a Money in the Bank qualifier this week on SmackDown. So the news of Shinsuke Nakamura being, and honestly, like I looked through and I could not find a retraction that anybody posted. There were so many articles of him being released because I like went through and looked for it, and I finally, I think, just found one from Bleach. Where was it from? Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong page. That's why. It was from Rumor Killer. So one website that I don't even know, Cultaholic or something like that, did post something that it was a rumor killer and that he was not released, or it seems like he wasn't released. So everybody else though who reported this, nobody has come back out and said, "Oh, whoops, sorry, our bad, we got that one wrong." But it just goes to show you can't believe everything you read, right?
Yeah, and I'm happy too. Like when I heard that,
Yeah, yeah, because the new character that he had been portraying, I have been a fan of, and I think he's done a really good job with it. And I mean, he's one of those guys that he has a good match every time that he's in the ring. So, I mean, the Money in the Bank qualifier, he's in there with Alistair Black and who is it? LA Knight. So him coming out of that as the winner, I think might be a little far fetched. I would imagine because the promo that he cut in the vignette was on Alistair Black. So I'd imagine maybe he and Alistair are probably next.
yeah,
And so maybe those two will cost themselves that match somehow, and LA Knight will come out with the win. But be interesting to see kind of what happens.
yeah, yeah. I would definitely say LA Knight would be my favorite in that.
Hmm.
Um, just because with Black coming back recently, so
Yeah. I gotta figure too. I gotta figure that they're going to do some sort of maybe battle royal for like a final spot in Money in the Bank or something like that. So maybe all the people that have lost in those triple threat matches will have another opportunity because you got people like Ray Phoenix. Like how fun would he be in a Money in the Bank match that currently is on that losing end? Of course, I think didn't Solo win that triple threat match? You're muted, bud.
my bad.
There you go.
um, yeah, he did. Solo did win.
Yeah. So I mean, so there's a couple people then that basically I gotta imagine will have an opportunity um, to come back in and be in that match, but because that's typically what they end up doing. That's all. I mean, that's something that they've always done in NXT, and I never figure
Like a
out why they
last,
don't do it on the main roster.
like a last chance.
Yeah, yeah, last chance battle royal stuff like that. Let's see. All right, so Saturday night's main events coming this Saturday, so we'll take a look at that and talk about that here in a second. One thing I want to talk about though, a couple weeks in a row now, man. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but um, first there was when CM Punk came out with the chair. I think it was like 3 weeks ago
Hmm.
when during the Jey Uso and Seth Rollins match when it looked like Jay was going to lose. Punk's music hit and he came out, I mean, the pop that he received that night was
Yeah.
deafening.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it was outdone though this past Monday.
Monday was insane.
Yeah, dude, everybody was chanting his name, and then when that music hit, dude, the roof went
But they kept singing. They
off.
kept singing too.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Um,
crazy. Like I didn't think Punk could be more over, but I mean, I don't know what it is lately, but he's seemingly, um, he's seemingly, you know, taken over.
wouldn't this be a perfect time for him to turn heel too?
Oh, it would be, yeah, it definitely would be.
After all of that.
And I kind of wondered too because they keep teasing that it's going to be Sammy that joins up with them, but how crazy would it be if it was Punk that joined up with them? And
Yeah, that would be like just like unholy alliance.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I got to figure though that turn would come more if it was he and Roman against the two of them, since Roman had attacked him first. You got somebody joining your uh joys of doing this at work.
Yeah, well, yeah, not as private this week, so I'm gonna have to keep clicking this button a little bit.
Are you flicking somebody off right now too, secretly? Yeah. Love it. I love it.
No,
Anyway.
funny story though. Like, well, it's not really funny, but the other day here on Wednesday, um, I had like Teams meetings all morning,
Hmm.
and like where I'm at, I have no walls. I have nothing but background noise, and like I had like so much of it. Like I finally was like like going off. So
Yeah. Leave me the fuck alone.
pretty much.
That should be fun. Right. Well, I kind of lost my train of thought. All right, so we're talking about CM Punk, talking about him possibly turning heel. Oh shit! I still have you, right?
Yeah.
All right, my screen just went black, so I can't see anything at this present time. Um, Display settings. All right. Well, I've completely lost everything that I had. My screen is completely black.
It says we're still going.
Yeah, we're definitely still going because you can hear me, I can hear you. My main screen is up. It's just my other two monitors that I kind of cast everything onto are not. So trying to see if I could find a way to move everything just to this. But oh well, I guess we'll just have to go blind so you can see me, and I'll figure the rest out here in a moment. But um, so basically, what I was gonna say is that we talked about the CM Punk thing. I mean, WWE has a pretty big weekend. We got Saturday night's main event coming up. Oh yeah, what I was saying is that I feel like it would happen more if it was like if Roman and him were to team up, or rather than he and Sammy. But
Yeah, yeah.
I could be wrong about that. I guess we'll see. But um, uh,
Well, that's what I was wondering. Does Roman does he make an appearance tomorrow?
yeah, yeah. I mean, that'd certainly be interesting if he does. I mean, it's stranger things have happened, but I got a feeling we probably won't see him until closer to SummerSlam. But who knows?
Yeah.
Could be wrong. So we got NXT Battleground coming up. You got Saturday night's main event coming up. I could try to see the card for Saturday night's main event. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my other monitor here. Let's see if it'll let me. Why is it doing this to me today? What happened? Man, I'll tell you. Technology and me have not gotten along the last couple of days. I had an issue with my trivia show yesterday. That was a shit show because I was trying to do a wireless connection and stuff like that. It was just it was crazy. And on top of that too, so it was the first show that I ever did at uh, this Royal Docks, and the people from our high school were there after like Matt Markley's. Well, I don't know if they did like a memorial service or
Oh
what they
yeah.
did. So it was kind of weird. Like they were there, but and I'm trying to do this trivia thing, and they're trying to like kind of reconcile where they just were and stuff like that. And it was just like, oh shit, yeah, sorry about this, guys. um,
But who's ready
but
to laugh?
yeah, I know, right? It's like it was kind of. I felt bad that they kind of picked the wrong spot to go to that night because of everything that was going on. But
That's pretty sad. Any idea what happened?
no, man, I have no idea, none at all. And that's yeah, I have no idea.
This is crazy. I mean, God, no Matt
Yeah,
since kindergarten.
yeah. I didn't ask any of them either, just because I didn't really feel like it's my place. But um, yeah, certainly sad, man. Certainly sad. So. All right. Well, I still have no screen at all. So I'm still flying blind. I don't know, Kev. What else we need to talk about? Because I'm
Well,
completely
you want me? Let me pull up my laptop here, and I can try to. Let's reach back
I'm
here.
completely blind now. I lost all my notes. I lost everything. Um
Um, I don't
so
know.
we're
I didn't
talking about.
really.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, not much. I mean, not much AEW really. I mean, I guess they had a little
No.
bit of more of the Hurt Business stuff, but that's not really anything.
Yeah, MJF and the Hurt Business. A lot of people were bringing up Will Ospreay and Hangman's promo. I haven't got a chance to actually watch the full thing yet. Um, but I've heard that I've heard that it was pretty good. Um, but that's really about it. I mean, I don't know if it was everything that it was supposed to be or anything like that. It was just I don't know. A lot of people were saying that it was better than something in WWE, but um,
They always do that.
yeah, exactly.
Main event. Let's look up.
So
All right, here's CBS Sports card, and where are we at here?
oh 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 oh,
Oh, do you have something?
I got one of them back.
Okay, I got the card. Well, we got Jey Uso versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul.
Um, which I believe uh is this where Gunther gets the winner, or
Yeah, Gunther gets the winner of the two. That is definite.
okay? Yeah, CBS Sports predicts Jey.
Ooh. Okay, I got you back, so that's good. I can see you again. Now let's see if I can bring up my other screen here. I have my research on it. There it is. All right. Hey, we are back in business, guys.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. All right, so you know what? Scrap what you're looking at. Let's get back to SmackDown. First of all, what do you think of JC Mateo being Jeff Cobb's new name and the fact that he basically debuted without any music, without any pomp and circumstances or anything like that?
I don't know. I like Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's a reason he couldn't use the name, or maybe he wanted to change it. Maybe they wanted him to sound more Samoan because Cobb is not a Samoan name, and he is by heritage Samoan. I don't know
Right.
if he has any relation to the Anawais or not, but
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I like the whole thing, kind of the uncertainties and stuff. The cracks within. The kind of
yeah, and it certainly gave
branching off.
Solo a lot more confidence too. Like Solo was, he seemed kind of beaten down a little bit after WrestleMania, like after losing to Roman, the Netflix on Raw, losing the Ulafala, not really having a place on WrestleMania. Like he seemed kind of like he was being like it seemed like he was kind of falling off and being put more in Jacob Fatu's shadow. But now with Mateo or JC or Jeff Cobb, however you want to say it, being a part of it now, it seems like he's getting some of that confidence back.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna laugh at that.
You can't even duplicate it. Like, how perfect was that? It just blended in with the background. That was
Let's
great.
see if it does it again. Yeah,
Yep, it's the white coffee cup. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So yeah, JC Mateo making his debut. It was kind of weird, but I get it though. Like he didn't have any gear. Nick Aldis kind of threw him in a match, and I feel like it was a little bit like that with Jacob Fatu too. Like it took him a while to get the entrance music, to get the presentation, and things like that. So I'm not necessarily, worried for Cobb or anything like that. I think he's still going to be a main player, but it just seems like maybe Solo's kind of building a new group and he's phasing Fatu out of it, which, I mean, Fatu can stand on his own. He doesn't need a group. I mean, that dude is next level right now. All gas, no brakes with it. He's not. I mean. Do you see the clip of when Solo was imitating him? Wade Barrett was at the announce table, like laughing his ass off.
Yeah. Did you see the fan that was in the front row too? That was
no, I missed that.
Oh my god, yeah, just look up. There was a fan that was like all like dressed up like he was like doing like Jacob Fatu stuff. Like, I mean, but he had like Yeet glasses on and stuff. But like Solo kept like almost like breaking character, like laughing at him and stuff. That was hilarious.
That's good.
Doing the
yeah, he's definitely a character, man. The other thing I was going to say too, we were talking a little bit about. I had mentioned the promo that between Hangman and Will Ospreay and how everybody, was talking about it, and it kind of reminded me. Did you see my my Twitter exchange? I got into a trolley mood, and
it's been a minute, so
yeah, so somebody had put basically they showed Karrion Kross, I think was on one of the backstage shows, and there's a picture of him holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, and somebody had screenshot it and said, "One good promo and got N-words acting like this, bro, Jesus Christ." So I basically replied to that, and I said something to the effect of one promo is all it takes. Austin 316, the pipe bomb. Kofi Mania was sparked because he cut a promo on AJ in the ring during a gauntlet match. All you need is to strike a chord with the fans, and it's off to the races. I, for one, am here for the ride with @RealKillerCross. To which it was liked by Kevin Robert Kaiser, aka Real Killer Kross, and he followed the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast X account. So we have a new Gimmick Minute best friend, Mr. Karrion Kross. So welcome to being one of our best friends, and we appreciate the follow. So thank you. So that was kind of cool, but see, my Twitter, trolling sometimes does get us somewhere on this podcast spectrum. So, but yeah, man. And I stand by that though. Like, I think his presentation when he first came into NXT was next level, and they're finally starting to get back to that. Everything was Scarlet and all that. And the one thing I'll disagree with Adam Cole with is, when they ring the bell, he can go in the ring too. I mean, he's a dynamic character, and I think in this version of WWE, he is going to be so much more instrumental than he would have been maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, because it is about the character work. It is about the acting, and he can do that in spades. And again, he's got the in-ring talent too. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, the guy is extremely talented. So I'm really looking forward to see what they do with him going forward.
Scarlett can go too.
She can, yeah, dude. I don't understand why they have never used her in an in-ring capacity.
Yeah,
like it blows my mind.
She's pretty talented.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hopefully that we get that, but I mean, and he's a guy that he doesn't need to be with a faction. He doesn't need a group behind him. Like he can stand on his own. All the two of them need are the package of the two of them, and just let him run with it. Let him cut promos. Let him get in the ring and have a feud with somebody and actually cut promos. But the thing is, he needs to win, and I think that's where it's lacked before is that he'll do whatever he can, but he's always putting somebody else over. Well, now's the time that they need to strap the rocket to him. And I hope to see him in the Money in the Bank match. I think that would be a big boost for him. I don't know if he'd necessarily win it, but it would be like a couple years ago, when Liv Morgan made that climb up and the whole crowd went crazy for it, or LA Knight before he won it, the time that he made that climb up, everybody went crazy for it. Like I could see him being that guy. But at the same time, though, he would be a fun person to have hold that Money in the Bank contract too, because you could even go back to the Hourglass, that TikTok thing, because basically whoever is the champion, when he decides to cash in, their clock is running out, so he could be a fun person to have with that briefcase too. But all right, so we got SmackDown coming out tonight. Street Profits are going to defend their titles against Fraxium. We got the Money in the Bank qualifier match, so Money in the Bank shaping up pretty good. And then on the women's side, Charlotte, Zelina Vega, and Julia are in a Money in the Bank qualifier match. So those are the 3 advertised matches as of right now. And then on the, let's see, where'd it go? Oh, I lost my Money in the Bank. Did you still have the Money in the Bank card pulled up?
No, I had Saturday Night's Main Event.
Or that's what I meant, Saturday Night's Main Event, not Money in the Bank.
I do not, but I can. We got Priest and McIntyre.
Yeah, Priest and McIntyre, which should be a good one. It's a steel cage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Cena and Truth.
Yeah. Dude, what if what if they did something where he wins but it like gets reversed or something like that? Like I feel like we got to see Truth like raise the title up or something like that, have everybody think he wins, or
like
some sort of
like Cena like goes to the referee and like whispers something in his ear and reverses it.
Yeah, or like some sort of like twin referee thing too, like the Hogan Andre, like what I mean, some sort of some sort of thing like that kind of like just messes with everybody, but makes you think that Truth had a chance to win or something like that. I don't know. I just think it would be fun. Why not, right? Let's see. We got Logan Paul and Jey Uso, so that should be a lot of fun. But dude, I don't see Jey Uso dropping the title already. Like I know Paul will probably win it eventually. Like I guarantee you, Paul's gonna win it eventually. I guarantee it. Maybe even Paul wins Money in the Bank this year.
Did you hear what Kenny Omega said? He said,
yes,
the main event's gonna be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast.
Yeah, but did you hear what Triple H said? That he doesn't view Logan Paul as a celebrity YouTuber. He views Logan Paul as a full-time WWE superstar. Like he said, he's surpassed that. Like he is under contract with us. Like he is a professional wrestler now. So
once he dials in, I still think his promo work, like could be so much better. It's not bad.
It definitely could be, yeah.
And it's not a knock. I mean, come on, it's not. What I mean? Like, it's still pretty decent. He's just still kind of like, he's trying to play like that, jokester, like 80s heel type or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That the cheap, funny. But like, if he really like dials in with that, I mean, in ring, and I think like in ring ability is amazing. But like, not that he hasn't had a good wrestling match, but like, what I mean? If he really has like a in-story match wrestling, like,
yeah, and he's got to learn to do it too without it being rehearsed 100 times beforehand. Like that's the one thing with him is that he's and that's good because he wants to make it as good as it possibly can be, but at some point he's going to learn how to do that. But without performing on live events anymore, without coming through NXT and having that experience, I mean, there's a lot of negatives working against him being able to really hone that, because there's no house shows really anymore that, that's where guys could go and practice things and things like that. So I guess in a way, he's doing what he would be doing if it was a house show. He's just not doing it in front of a crowd. So it's just, yeah, I like I said, I think he's going to win it eventually. I would even go as far to say he'll probably be the Money in the Bank guy this year. But I don't see him winning against Jay. I think there'll be a rematch with Jay and Gunther. Now, Gunther could win it back, or they could end up in some sort of disqualification or something along those lines. I think, or maybe that's where we see Goldberg finally reappear and take out Gunther and prevent him from winning. That would be a good way to get Jay out of it and kind of move him on to probably, my guess would be Seth by SummerSlam, I would imagine. So, but yeah, man, that's all right. That blocked out whoever that blur was that just went by. So, anyway.
No, they can't see you, Tom, because I got this little background here or whatever, and I had to mute because I had to use my pencil sharpener. So
Yeah, you didn't mute. We heard all that, so you're good.
oh yeah.
All right, so then we got there's a Saturday night, or no, it'd be Sunday night because Saturday night's main event, and then Sunday night we got NXT Battleground. NXT's been heating up a lot lately, but Joe Hendry did a concert. Trick Williams did a rap song. That was a lot of fun.
Got him with a guitar.
Yeah. I think, man, wouldn't it be interesting? Like, I'm still waiting for this. Like, I want to see either an NXT star win a TNA championship or vice versa. Like, I feel like it would be really interesting to see the dynamic of a Trick Williams, because right now, like, they don't have a lot of room for Trick Williams on the main roster, and he's kind of floating around NXT right now. Why not have him win the TNA World Championship and then maybe eventually drop it back to Joe Hendry or something like that? Like, I think that'd be an interesting dynamic to see.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing if they do that. But Kalani Jordan versus Zarya, that was all. So that's not Battleground. This is all what happened on NXT last week. Well, you lied to me, website. Battleground predictions. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So, Obafemi. Well, nothing wants to work today. Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace. Oh, Obafemi versus Miles Bourne. I can't imagine that main event's like, I got figured Trick and Joe Hendry main event, because Miles Bourne, while it's kind of a surprise, like, that's not. I think it's interesting that they're giving this kid a push, and man, more credit to him. Like the promos he's cutting and stuff like that are been good. It's really interesting. Like, I gotta wonder if this were still the Vince era of WWE, if we would see a deaf superstar like out there cutting promos and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't see it for whatever reason. Like, I just don't feel like that they would do that. But I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But then we got Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, which I think will be a good match. Stephanie Vaquer, man, she's on a roll. Joe Hendry, Trick Williams, Sol Ruca versus Kalani Jordan. And then, man, I'm really curious what they're doing with Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. Like, Tony D'Angelo, what's a mob boss without his mob? You know what I mean? Like, and so is this their way of maybe moving Tony D'Angelo on and Stacks taking over as the new Don of NXT? Or because what's going on with Rizzo, what's going on with Luca? Like, there's so many unanswered questions in that. Like, I'm actually I'm really invested in the storyline. Clearly, like, I want to see where it goes. Will be answered someday. Oh. Yeah, definitely. So that's actually one I'm looking forward to. And then there's a 6-man tag: Josh Briggs, Hank and Tank versus the Culling. I gotta figure Josh Briggs joins the calling at that point because I feel like he's kind of floundering right now. He wanted to be a single star, but then was put in a tag team with that Japanese star Anamura, or I can't, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his name, but now he's gone back to to Japan, and now he's kind of left on his own again, and he's got some history with Brooks Jensen, so maybe that's kind of where he goes. But I don't know, man. He's got a ton of talent. He's a big son of a bitch, like, and he throws that clothesline from hell like JBL and does an awesome job. So, I mean, I gotta figure they're gonna find something to do with him, but who knows? But yeah, man, that's really all I got. I know you're kind of on a time crunch, and I was just kind of going through some of the stuff. I wanted to make sure we talked about Nakamura and those CM Punk pops, and
Yeah,
mentioned Karrion Kross.
we'll try to make next week a little longer. I'll try to set a timer or something, like start cord till noon or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you could think of that we didn't cover that you want to talk about? I know we didn't really talk much of AEW, but there's just not a lot going on that I'm really that interested in. Like I haven't been able to get through it. So
yeah, same. I just see highlights here and there, and I just can't. Too much on the other side. So
yeah, without a doubt. So, but yeah, man. Well, hey, thanks for hopping on with me, even though it's a half hour, a little short, little episode, but we'll get it posted up on your.
I think you'll take these 30-minute episodes with my quality and sound any day.
Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt, I will. So, but we'll get it posted on your favorite podcast app of choice. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Gimmick Minute on youtube.com. Or find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Please subscribe. That's the biggest thing. We need more subscribers. We have people that listen to the show, but not a whole lot of people actually subscribe to it. So it'd be nice if you just click the follow button, click the subscribe button. It would really help us out. So for Kevin, I'm Jason, reminding all of you out there to be a fan. Always live your gimmick. Goodbye, everybody.